What's up, Coffee and Hardcore listeners? Happy Halloween, bitches! How y'all doing? Myself, Mick Cox, and Steven Scopa, we're all marked safe from the Hocus Pocus 2 demons, witches, warlocks, and pumpkins carving their own faces, coming into our homes and our children's souls. Didn't happen to any of us. All right, if it didn't happen to you, check out this episode on Halloween. Yeah!
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From
What's with kids today, huh? No respect.
Hello, this is Roger Moret from Agnostic Front, and you're listening to the Coffee and Hardcore Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen
Of the jury.
Children of all ages, moms, dads, uncles, nieces. It's episode 10 of season 3, and we're here. It's Coffee and Hardcore. I am Mick, and I'm all the way in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Steven Scopa from Boston, Mass. Yo, what's up? And I'm Wiley Willis from Chicago, Illinois.
Dude, you did Steven dirty. He can't be here. You did him dirty.
I thought I did justice.
Uh,
I thought I played the role quite well.
the role of a Boston, Mass residents.
Yeah.
Encyclopedia hardcore.
And the pause before coming in.
Yes.
Cut that. Sorry, I've been listening to a lot of the Always Sunny podcasts, and they're always saying, cut that. And then they never do.
But, so Steven's not here.
So we won't. No, Steven's not. Steven died.
Didn't die.
Oh, he's not dead.
No, he took some. He's taken this month off.
His
He thought
spirit
that would be
died.
Nice. He needs some rest, and we were like, yeah, man. And he did we do have an interview with the one and only Joe from Advent on this. Joe from
Yes,
Advent.
there is
Love
only
it.
one Joe from Advent. You're right.
There's only one Joe from Advent.
I mean,
But
I think
he leads that interview. So,
he booked that interview. That was
He
his first
did.
booking.
yeah, he booked it.
Yeah.
He led it. And
led
we
it.
we tried not to interfere very much, but you know us, we did.
You know, that was a nice way of saying, you know me.
No, if you remember, I interrupted a couple times too. So yeah. But it's a good interview, and so we were like, Steven needed some rest. So we gave him a day of rest.
Yeah. Aren't we saints?
We are.
Yeah. Basically, Steven got a hold of us, and he's super overwhelmed with his work. He's basically doing the job of a bunch of people right now. And
Yeah.
he's just like, guys, please, I need a break. And we understand that. I mean, I took a
yeah.
break, and he was
Yeah.
kind enough to step in for me. And I'm glad he's on this podcast. I'm glad he's doing it. He's our brother.
Yeah.
I honestly, at this point, don't know if we could do it without him, because listen to this episode.
Right.
We're rambling fools. I can't remember a time without Steven. It was so far away. So much heartbreak. Not enough love.
But honestly, I think the reason why it's been so crazy and it's coming out on this episode is because you and I have had, like, I know you've had a crazy couple weeks at work. Like
4 months, yes.
Yes.
We'll go with weeks.
Yeah. And it seems like I've been having crazy
yes, you have house stuff too.
Yeah, and like the stuff at work, just I almost felt like we were playing bingo. Like, what's the craziest things that can happen, and then you mark it off on the bingo card. And I was trying to figure out what would it be.
I think you won.
To win, right.
Yeah.
And in no way do I mean this in a, I'm not trying to be degrading or mean or anything like this, but we did have a I don't even
bum
know
fights.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. in our store, around our store, in front of children, and we had to stop it. And it's not fun. So yeah, it's been a crazy week.
It's no good, man.
No, not at all. But here we are on the other side, and we're doing the Coffee and Hardcore podcast.
Oh crap, we are.
So yeah, we got the interview with Joe. We've got some great albums. We got some good coffee.
Yes.
So it's a good episode.
It's decent.
Number 10.
I mean, we hope you stick around.
Right.
It's the best one we've ever done. Coffee and hardcore. Coffee and hardcore.
So there you go. We're gonna kick this thing off.
Oh, let's do it.
Boom.
Rise from the shadow. I hear this voice whisper my name. I felt the chill of reality. With your spirit, with your wing. I felt the tears running down my face. I knew he smiled as I felt the sting. My mind raced as I heard this deceit. Death ground,
all right, here we are, Coffee and Hardcore. I am honored to introduce our next guest. One of my favorite bands and artists, the lead singer of Advent, Joe Mustin, also of Beloved and many other projects. Joe, welcome to Coffee and Hardcore.
Woo!
What's up?
Welcome, Joe.
What's going on?
Not much. Just got done with work about an hour and a half ago. So I walked to the door and I told my wife my eyes feel like they're on fire. I work outside, so the wind was just blowing in my face all day.
Oh, now you got our hot air blowing in your face.
I have sweet tea, if that's okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my coffee.
Sweet tea.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's Coffee and Hardcore approved, right, Steven? Sweet tea?
Definitely approved. Definitely approved.
Thank you.
I want to jump right into like what recently has been going on in the Advent camp. Because I saw obviously you just finished up with Furnace Fest. You played a crazy show with the mighty Earth Crisis.
Yes.
And so I just kind of want to talk about Furnace Fest a little bit. Like last year you played with Beloved, this year Advent. What was that like? Share your favorite parts of the weekend, stuff like that, like kind of hit that a little bit.
Yeah, so last year, my first band, Beloved, played, and I was a nervous wreck. But it was
I'm sure. That was the first year Furnace Fest came back too, right?
Yeah. It was a big deal. Tons of people. We met people for 2 days straight. They were like, this was my first time ever seeing you guys. I flew all the way from so-and-so for this set. And instantly I just see like dollar signs of the money they spent to get there. And I'm like, God, I hope please let this be worth. Please. let them get their their dollar value out of this fest. So I was a wreck last year, but it was awesome. It was really fun, and I didn't totally bomb. So, man, I was so thankful for that.
What do you
other
do
guys-
with Beloved? Do you play drums in that?
Yeah, I play drums and scream.
Oh, you play drums
So-
and yell.
Yeah.
Do you do backup or lead?
It's basically I all the heavy parts where the screaming is. I do all of those parts. So
That's impressive.
no, it's not that impressive.
No, dude, drumming. Yes, it is. Drumming and singing is very hard. I
And
think so.
if you just learn how to scream on beat,
Yeah.
just keep it real simple for yourself.
Yeah.
You can look like a genius too, I guess, like me, but
Yeah.
a talented.
Take the compliment, Joe.
So hey man, I have a weird, crazy connection to you and Beloved. I want to drop a name on you, and I want to see if you remember this name. Do you remember the name Sean Pratt?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right. So Sean and his brother Chris were both kids in my youth group way back in the day when those first blue Pratt stickers with white letters.
Dude. We took probably 50 Pratt stickers on tour and stuck them in the most random places in America. I think we brought some over to the UK. So
yep.
He's worldwide.
Yeah, I was talking to him today, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to Joe. I'm like, isn't there a crazy connection with you guys?" He goes, "Yeah, he took our Pratt stickers all over the place." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna bring it up." So,
Dude,
yeah, he says hello,
so
by the way.
awesome.
So,
whoa,
yeah,
what's up,
Pratt?
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, Furnace Fest.
Yeah, Furnace Fest. Sorry, we kind of went around the
off the rails.
No, you're good. I was
sorry.
If you take me too far down a trail, I'm gonna get lost. Just know you got to be able to circle back for me. So last year, Furnace Fest with Beloved was amazing. It really was. It was probably one of the best music fest experiences I've ever had. I mean, ever. We've played a ton, so a ton of fests and stuff like that. So it was amazing. And then fast forward to this year, Advent played, and we went Friday, got to see a ton of really awesome bands that I've wanted to see for a long time, bands I'd never seen, new bands. And then Saturday came, and we were actually the opener for Saturday. We opened the fest. Wow. On the Plug Your Holes stage.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The name of that stage still gets me. It's hard.
It's the guy
say.
with the plugs in his ear.
Yes, or something like that. Yeah, plugging. There's apparently they have plugs for lots of stuff, so you can.
You can plug any hole you want.
Yeah.
Your nose holes.
So,
I ain't going anywhere else. So just for the listeners, you do the main vocals in Advent.
Yeah, I just scream in Advent.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad I don't have to play the drums, because I feel like playing the drums is so much harder. It's so much harder than just screaming. So
yeah.
And our drummer is way better than me. So I'm just like, I get distracted listening to him play the drums. I'm so into him playing, man, I forget to scream half the time. But so we opened the day at 12:20, and the shed stage, the Plug Your Hole stage, was, man, the room, I guess, was an indoor outdoor kind of space. It was pretty full. It's pretty awesome. So I was very, very taken back by that people made it out to see us that early. Because I mean, I guess 12:20 is not that early, but I guess for I'm 40, so 12:20, I've already been up.
Right.
That's second lunch for me.
Yeah. That's half your day.
But for a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old, I feel like 12:20 is a sacrifice somehow. you know. So
Yeah.
shouldn't
you
be,
get-
but it is that way.
When you get to be 40, you're on farmers hours,
Yes.
getting up at
For
3,
sure.
4 a.m.
So what did you hit the Earth Crisis show on the way back from Furnace Fest?
Yeah, we played in Columbia, South Carolina on Sunday. It was a matinee show, which is one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, old school.
Started at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you get out of the show and it's still daylight. You're like, this is awesome.
Johnny and I were on our way home back to North Carolina by like 9.
Yeah. That's when a show usually starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember I saw Gorilla Biscuits at a matinee here in Chicago at like 2, and we got out and I was like, it's still light out. I love this.
So sick. I think I played maybe not a matinee, but we played an earlier show one time. Beloved did at the Metro.
Yeah, that's where
started early.
That'll actually that can bring me into one of my other questions, because I'm obviously, I grew up in Boston. I love Bridge 9 because they're like the awesomeness.
Wait, are you guys on Bridge 9?
Dude, I love Bridge 9 so much. They put out our EP in 2017, Pain and Suffering.
Oh, no way.
Yes, that's what
one of the coolest things in my life.
Yeah,
sure.
that's great, man.
I was gonna ask how that kind of came together, because Pain and Suffering to me is like, it did a huge part in a very hard time of my life. Kind of carried me through some really dark stuff and brought me to some light. So that it means a ton. Thank you so much for writing that. But I kind of want to see like how you got hooked up with Chris, got on the Bridge 9 label, and then kind of what was like after that. Maybe answer what was the writing process of that EP, because it is a ripper, and it hits so many different lyrically messages and stuff like that. I would just love to hear a little bit of the writing process and how the Bridge 9 connection happened.
Yeah, so we had announced, we did like a kind of like a cryptic announcement on Instagram that we were back together. We put out like a little video with some static and some noise, and our little skull emblem kind of came up to the front, and I think that was in 2016, and we had actually started to spend time writing together in 2015. And into 2015, we announced that in 2016, and we recorded 4 songs. I think by the time we made that announcement, we already had the recording done.
Nice.
And as soon as we did, you get some of the social media, it's out there, and people are, posting it up on their stories and stuff. And then I guess we had our email on the page somewhere. And is email still a thing? I'm just
kidding.
Yes. You never know.
They're canceling it in 2 years. So
yeah, they are. Thank you. So Ryan, I think his name was Ryan we got an email from somebody named Ryan from Bridge 9. We didn't know this Ryan, but it was like, hey, I'm Ryan from Bridge 9. We'd love to hear this EP. And we were talking to a few different labels that are not nearly as legendary as Bridge 9, but cool, kind of some of the cool record labels. And as soon as Johnny told me that we got that email, obviously I'm like, over the moon. Like, what? Why would they hit us up? That doesn't even make sense to me. And it just kind of went from there. He showed the EP to Chris. Chris was like, dude, let's do it. Of course, that's kind of where we all ended up too. We wanted to have the Bridge 9 stamp on our release, because that just means so much. I mean, look at the legendary bands the
Yeah.
legendary label, the legendary hardcore city that they're from. I mean, there's just so much.
Are you guys a straight edge band?
No, but two of
No.
us are straight edge. Johnny and myself are straight edge until the day that we die. So Johnny, look out.
Are they mostly a straight edge label?
I don't think maybe. I mean, maybe that's how they started, but I know they've had some straight edge bands.
Yeah, I think it's a heavy mix of stuff nowadays, but they definitely have had some bigger straight edge bands on there. But
Okay. Yeah.
Good mix.
Oh yeah. But they put it out in 2017. I think it's like the end of January 2017. We played FYA Fest that year. We played some shows with a band called Sect, which is
yep. I know that.
I mean, they're super. It's like a super group of hardcore metalcore heroes. We played. Who else? We played with lots of cool bands. Eternal Sleep. We played with Eternal Sleep from Pittsburgh. And on the way down to FYA, did all that, did some cool shows and stuff, did some local shows earlier to kind of do what you do when you put out a record, you play shows. So we did all that. But getting up to that point before all that happened in 2015, which is crazy. In 2015, my dad passed away of a heart attack. And it was January 25th. And, that happens. But for me, it was my dad, and it changed every day that I've lived since then.
Yeah, sure.
Just the way that I see life and the way that I see death. But even in that moment, instantly, I think the artist is able to create really out of, I think some of the most beautiful art is created out of grief or out of, in moments of ecstatic joy in an artist's life. They create things when they see their first baby born, or, have a spiritual experience, or, there's all kinds of things. But I guess my life was marked in such a deep, personal way by my father's death, and it just had me in a place where I wanted to reach out to the guys and just see if they'd ever entertain getting back together. And everybody was into it. So in September of 2015, we started writing again. I didn't intend to write a song about my dad's death.
Yeah.
But there is a song on the EP called Shadow of Death. That kind of is that, the moment of finding out that he's dead, sitting with him, and then kind of the questions and the things that kind of rise up out of your heart in that moment. So I didn't intend to write a song about that, but that happened, and that was the first song that we wrote. And then, I kind of wrote about what Advent always writes about, not the same things, but I like to wrap up an idea of a spiritual idea in a question or in a statement, maybe that looks at the way culture looks at spirituality, or what's going on in society, or there's not really a lot of Sunday school Bible stories in Advent, but I like to look at what's happening in the world, and just kind of from my own perspective. I feel like we write in a unique way. I feel like our sound is unique in a way. It may not be. Everybody feels special, about their own art and things, but I feel like we're maybe a little bit of odd bird because we never quite fit in one box. We like boxes. We like to be in boxes, and I listen to plenty of bands who are in very rigid boxes creatively. I love Madball. They are a straight up hardcore band. So they'll always be, and that's why they're the kings, because they've never tried to stray from that. But for us, the way we write, we try to kind of hit all of our influences in a way that's not hokey or weird. And so writing is always difficult because we'll spend a month or two on one song until it's like exactly what we want. We're not like one and done kind of show up for practice. So we got a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus kind of.
But that's so
easy. It just doesn't go that easy for us. Which is, man, I love songs that have verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. But I listen to them all day at work. But for me, it's always hard for me to write that way. I can't ever get I can never be satisfied.
Sure, yeah.
Unless it's, a riff salad, so
unless it's a math problem.
I don't know, man. We spent like 2 weeks together and we came up with 4 songs. So but it was a lot of time just shedding and throwing away whole songs before we'd finally get to one part that was like, okay, we can go from there. I think the song Weight of the World happened probably in like maybe a day or so, but Weight of the World, Nothing, which is an old song on an album called Naked and Cold, and a song called Revival. I think those 3 songs like happened super fast, but I think that's just because the juices were just flowing. We were just going for it, so it was super easy to come up with that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how we ended up with all that stuff.
Do you guys have a plan to put anything else out?
Of course. Yeah. We've got 2 really strong songs right now. And then we've got a third one that's like, it's done. And I didn't think we were going to work on it. And I just texted the dudes on Monday and we all got back from Furnace Fest. I was like, we've got to like revisit and do some revisions on this song and put it out so that we can have at least 3 new songs to slam with,
So when you think about dropping those next year?
I would hope so. I would hope that we're recording by, December or January or something like that.
Awesome.
I do have a question. So you got these 3 songs. Is Bridge 9 gonna put them out again? Like, do you have a relationship like that, or do you have to send it to them to see?
Let's all pray that happens. I would. So
it's basically album by album.
They were like I think they were pleased with the way the last one did. Mm-hmm. They were happy, and I think they communicated to Johnny. I could be wrong about this. To just say, hey, like we like you guys. Your music is awesome. The release was great. Hit us up when you've got something new. We want to hear it.
Cool. That's good news. Yeah.
So really maybe that would be the case.
What about Beloved? Because you guys did a couple of singles recently. Is there anything on the coming up for them or?
Yeah, so we have something that we've been cooking up. So we're gonna probably talk about getting it recorded sometime soon and out.
Nice.
It's just so crazy being an adult and not being able to like go somewhere for like a week at a time and it not completely ruin your life.
Right.
Totally understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. Throw your whole schedule out of whack.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Are you playing drums for Ends of Sanity too, or was that like a little?
I'm trying, man. I'm just not. I'm
You're
not
busy.
that good anymore. I never play. I play like I play probably once or twice a month, and it's at my church. Like I play, drums for my church band, and it's great, and they're a great band and great team of people. But it's like 72 BPMs, and you start every song on the floor tom. There's nothing like that's really keeping me. I guess keeping
Your drum
everything
chops in
flowing there.
shape.
Yeah.
How did the U2 cover like a song? How did you guys even pull that off?
Wait, which
Without
band
paying
did this?
Beloved. You guys did like a song, and how did you guys not pay royalties out the butt for that?
Well, did you guys do it recently?
It's like
it's the digital age. Now you don't got to pay.
That's true.
You can pretty much cover anything.
I don't know. I know that it took like an extra day or something. Like we announced that the song was out, and then all of a sudden the song wasn't out. And it might have been like us getting some things cleared. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's you just put in the song, and I guess they figure out who's going to get the money from it.
Yeah,
we got any money from it. So
what year did you put it out?
I was 21, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, dude. They just uploaded it, I'm sure. And
2020. 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes maybe like a few weeks to get cleared. Like they gotta figure out who wrote it. Like every time we do covers, we did a whole cover album, and they gotta do the same thing. Like you send it in.
Who's we?
2 Minute Minor.
2 Minute Minor.
Yeah. Chorus, verse, chorus, hardcore band. So,
dude.
So anyways, when we did that kids cover record, and then when we did the cover record, you just send the songs in, and they figure out who gets paid. That's all they care about is their money.
Well, what's up? Next question. Let's go.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
Here we go.
I got one for you. So let's talk a little bit about Advent's message and how that's received, because in my view, I see like Advent is like accepted in the scene for I guess a very heavy spirit-filled band. And is it like that, or when you're sharing the message of stuff from the gospel, stuff like that, is it taken in and received well, or is it kind of just people throwing spiritual haymakers and punching people in the face? Like,
right.
I don't know. Like, what do you? A little bit of both.
Maybe a little bit of both. I think for the most part, people. I think, as far as like the people that we talk to, we mostly are visited and have people approach us that want to comment on, something that they liked about the band, or something that they, we usually meet either fans or, people that know the band or something like that. And they're giving us a positive feedback or something like that, with the songs or an album or the set or whatever, or something that I said. I think for the most part, what we've experienced, like when we go out into the broader hardcore scene in North Carolina, man, like in North Carolina, we play and people are very receptive, but we have a history with the people. With people here, we're friends with most of the people that come to the shows, and I think in some sort of way there's some kind of like amount of like hardcore respect that's there that people will allow me to say whatever I'm gonna say in the moment, and it's received and not completely rejected, at least at face value. It's not there. Somebody's, there's no middle fingers or shut up, that kind of stuff. But when we played FYA, it was a different reaction, than when we play a normal, like a show in our town. Half the room cleared out, and
Really?
people, had their arms crossed, except for like, the 150, 200 Christian kids, or the kids that kind of weren't concerned with being looked at as,
Right.
nerds for liking a Christian band. So I remember we went and played in we were on tour with the Carrier
Yeah.
and a Boston band, I think, or a Massachusetts band. And Shai Hulud and Reign Supreme. And we were playing in New York City, and the promoter heard that we were a Christian band, and he was like, "Nope, they're not playing. They're not playing. If they,
Really?
they was totally ready to shut us down." And Jay from Reign Supreme was like, "Listen, they're cool guys. They're some of my best friends. What can we do to get them on, let them stay on the show?" And he was like, "Well, they're going to open the show. They get 20 minutes, and they better not say anything about Jesus, or something like that. I don't want
crazy.
them," which is I feel like that's the story you hear at youth group, where it's like, they told us if we said anything about Jesus, that they were gonna persecute us. And we stood up and we did say something about Jesus. And I'm like, man, I guess it kind of happened at some of our shows. Like, but yeah, so we did our set, and the promoter of the show came up to us afterwards. He was like, "Man, I'm so sorry that I said what I said, and I got it all wrong. And I'd love to hear more about like what you guys are about. Thanks for coming and playing the show."
Nice.
And we kind of were able to establish relationships like that around the country. And I'd love to get the opportunity more to play, the big hardcore shows and the fests and stuff that the nitty gritty underground hardcore bands play. And I think we could. I think those opportunities are there.
I had Matt Fox from Shai Hulud one time take on DeWitt from Integrity, because DeWitt was not happy that we were playing a show at a bar that he kind of frequented quite a bit. And so we were playing with Strong Arm and Shai Hulud, and walked outside, and Matt Fox from Shai Hulud's like totally in it with DeWitt. It was hilarious. He's like, "What do you mean they're not going to play? Strong Arm is too." So yeah.
What
I had one
band
of those
were you in?
I was in Zayo. I was the original bass player for Zayo.
Holy crap. Dude.
Yeah, man.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
You can say lots of
I'm not
things.
talking to you.
You can say lots of things.
Dude, Zayo changed my life, man. I used to hide in my bedroom with those albums and just pour over the lyrics and those riffs and all of that stuff. That band meant and still means so much to me. So that's cool. That's super cool.
Nice.
And you just pulled out we were playing the show with Strong Arm, which is my favorite band of all time. That's insane, dude. I love that. That's so awesome.
So I know. So you said Zayo changed your life.
Absolutely.
And so here's something that I wanted to ask Steven from kind of the moment he started talking. Like, did you kind of become sober around when this Advent record came out?
Yeah, I did. So the crazy thing about this chat right now, and I'm going to throw it out there, I know Wiley's going to wiggle a little bit, but the two albums that probably helped me the most, the vocalists I'm talking to right now, the 2 Minute Minor album and the Advent album.
Yeah, right.
No, really, for two different reasons, but those two, and then there might have been another one, but those are like the main things that really brought me through and become sober. I started a relationship with God back in 2009, and then Jesus definitely helped me with my sobriety and get there. But the music was like another, I guess, crutches or something I could really lean on. And those two albums were so helpful. Like I can't even explain in words. Like I just kept going back to them. They kept bringing me through like all that hard emotion, stuff I hadn't dealt with in years. The positive side of the 2-minute minor just kept my brain, in the right place. And, the pain and suffering from Advent and, even the early stuff with it really helped me get through some really tough times. And yeah, that 2016 was the year I got sober. And then I claimed, straight edge.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And, big props to my wife too, because without her, I would not be able to say this as well. So, she's had my back through all this too. But yeah, music has always been a special place in my heart, and it always will be. So that's one of the reasons why I love doing this so much, is because I love sharing new music. I love getting to talk to these people and seeing what the behind the scenes is, and how all that stuff comes together. But
that's
cool,
the cool. That's the coolest part, behind the scenes for me, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So look at that, Joe. You changed someone's life too. Seriously, like when he started talking about that record, I knew instantly that was around when you got sober, and so you were probably listening to that a lot. So that's really cool.
Big time.
That's cool, man.
Well, we probably should get to the big question, right? The one we ask everybody. Unless Steven, you got any more questions you want to throw out before I bring the big one?
Bring the big one.
So we ask this question to every guest, and there's no shame.
No shame.
Because we've heard everything. Some things we didn't want to hear. But
no, that's not true. I like hearing all of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, what is what? What, Wiley?
Sorry. I said
now
he's intrigued.
Yeah, now he's intrigued. What's your guilty pleasure? It could be like a something that you watch, a TV show, a movie, something you listen to, a book you read, something. If somebody found out that Joe from Advent, Beloved, Ends of Sanity, if they found out that you listen to this or watch this or whatever, they'd be like, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. And you're not allowed to say you don't have any guilty pleasures.
Yes.
No, I've got a lot when it comes to music, man.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So back in the Beloved days, it was Celine Dion.
Yes.
Dude, she can sing, dude. She can rip.
Sing. Yeah, I agree. I don't listen to it, but I agree.
That's why I like you. I like you because I don't listen to it anymore, but that was my guilty pleasure back then. JoJo was also a guilty pleasure of mine.
What's JoJo?
You guys know who JoJo is?
Is that a cartoon?
She was like a 14-year-old pop star back in the early 2000s. She was in a movie with Robin Williams called RV.
You're speaking a different language.
And now that you put me on the spot, I can't even remember a song, but that was like my jam. I love R&B. So when it comes to like pop R&B, that's kind of where
That's cool.
I get off of the hardcore path for a minute, but yeah, I was never into like Spice Girls or Britney Spears, or I like JoJo because JoJo can rip, dude.
I need to check JoJo out.
JoJo just did a song like 2 years ago with a guy named PJ Morton, who's one of my favorite piano players, R&B singers. He's the piano player for Maroon 5.
PJ Morton?
So PJ Morton. They won a Grammy together. He sounds like what?
No, his name just sounds weird. It sounds like a cigarette company mixed with like a law firm.
PJ Morton. It makes me think of that old Dave Chappelle skit where he's like, "You poured Morton salt on my sneakers." You guys made that. He poured Morton salt. Yeah.
Oh man.
We used to think that was funny.
It is funny. Dave Chappelle's hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
So you got anything you want to push? Anything that you want to like people should check out? Like any bands people should check out? Anything you guys got coming up that you kind of like, hey, check this out because it's happening or it's gonna happen soon. Like, what do you want to push? This is your time to push something.
Let's push something. All right, so I will tell you, Advent's got some stuff coming up. If you don't know who we are, you can check us out at on Instagram. Look us up.
www.myspace.com.
All right. Secondly, here's some bands that I want you to look up. X, A Knife in the Dark X. That's the first one. Holy Figures. Go check that band out. Brass Tongue. Go check that band out. Your Spirit Dies. That's a good band.
Yeah.
Brass Tongue. Do you know them, Steven?
Yeah, they're really good.
That's a cool name.
They're kind of new, but really good.
Ooh, maybe we should review their record.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah.
Brass Tongue. Write that down, Mick.
I got it. I'm writing it.
Cool.
It's on our playlist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang, I should check out our playlist.
That's so sick.
Hey, let's review it. Let's review Brass Tongue for this episode.
All right.
I can do it.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll do it in my spot.
Yeah. If you put them on the playlist, yeah, we should. I like that name.
Right.
That name sticks with me. Sorry, Brass Tongue. What else?
Yeah.
And also, guys, check out Skull Candy earbuds.
That's Steven's guilty pleasure.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
That's great.
Joe, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being on our podcast. We really enjoy it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
It was a great time.
Thanks for having me.
For sure. Hey, so we're gonna play an Advent song. Which one do you want us to play?
Weight of the World, I guess.
Weight of the World. We're dropping that right now. Thank you for being with us, Joe. Boom.
Chains, I'm free.
this is Roger from Agnostic Front. Oak and Crow and AF bring you the limited dark roast coffee. That's right, coffee is our business and dark roast is fine. Love that slogan. Anyway, Oak and Crow is the official sponsor of the Coffee and Hardcore podcast. Get yours at oakandcrow.com. See you in the pit. Remember, coffee is our business and dark roast is fine.
All right, so it's coffee review time.
Coffee.
Yeah. So you probably need some coffee, don't you?
I'm drinking it.
You're drinking it right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How
So,
you like
hey,
Willow? How you like Willow behind your back there?
I know, like this is her new thing now. She wants to hang out with me. My cat Willow, which is named after the TV show Buffy, the character there, and the movie Willow.
I'm excited for the show.
Yeah, I'm excited to come back on too. That's going to be sweet.
Come back
That
on?
guy, the guy who played, yeah,
he looks like he hasn't aged.
I know, not at all.
It's crazy.
That guy's been
I
in
looked
like
it up.
almost all my he's been in Star Wars. Gosh, you name it, he's been in it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Star Wars, Harry Potter, man, Willow.
Was he in Willow?
Yeah, he was Willow.
Just kidding. Yeah, I had to go look him up because when I saw the preview to the series,
yeah,
I was like, wait a minute. Isn't this dude like super old? He was like 18 when he did Willow.
Yeah.
But he still does not look old at all.
No, he doesn't age.
He looks super young. Anyways.
Yeah.
Coffee. So
here's,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. First? All right.
Go ahead.
So
no, wait. I thought you were going to tell about Steven again, but he's still not with us.
No, he's still not with us.
So do you want me to do my one that Libby got me?
Yeah, do that one.
So we have 3, you know?
Yeah.
I'll make it short.
It out. It evens
out. I'll make it short because I didn't write anything for this, but I've got Counterculture coffee, but I'm actually drinking it right now, so I thought it'd be perfect. Big Trouble, is that the name? Yeah, that's the name of the coffee. The coffee company is Counterculture Coffee. Big Trouble is the name of the actual coffee. It is a medium roast, whole bean coffee with tasting notes of caramel, nutty, and I don't understand this one, but round. How is it tasting note round? Am I just so unexperienced in the world of coffee that that's a thing and I don't know?
Maybe it means full. I don't know.
I thought that was a shape.
Me too.
So, but I'm drinking it. I definitely taste round, so I get it now.
I taste the shape.
No, wait. There's a triangle hint in there. No, it's good. It's really good. I do taste the caramel. It's almost like a dark kind of like not burnt but toasted caramel.
Yeah.
That comes out a lot. I'm stinking digging it. That's my review for that. So you go now.
Well, hold on. I just found out what round means.
Okay. Yes, please.
In coffee, a round body is the set of sensations dictated by taste and consistency, free of excessive or inadequate taste, and with a perceived sense of balance. A round body coffee is defined as soft. Fuller body coffee also retain more of their flavor when they are diluted. So it's like a soft coffee.
But would that be a tasting note or would that be the kind of coffee?
Maybe it's the kind of coffee. I don't know. But it's
I don't know if that fits for a tasting note.
I don't know.
What do I know? I'm just a co-host on a hardcore coffee podcast. I don't know nothing.
All I know is that for now on, like if I'm drinking a Coke or a whatever at wherever I'm at work, if somebody says, "What's it taste like?" Well, I don't know. I have notes of round and triangle
and zero. It is a Coke Zero. I was right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm doing Exile Coffee Roasters from all the way in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah.
We happen to know the Gomez's who actually,
you know, the Addams family.
No. not the Adams family.
Oh, aren't they the Gomez's?
Yes, but the Gomez's run this too.
Oh,
But no, you know, I'm not really for sure how that we all got connected. It was probably through either Unified or some other kind of hardcore show or something. But became friends and start talking about wrestling or whatever. And then one day we find out, hey, they're actually doing coffee now. And there was something going on where we kind of helped with some fundraising or whatever. And we got a picture that their kid drew of like aliens and a cow, I think. And then also a bag of coffee. And I was like,
wow.
Sweet. They know us really well. Aliens and coffee. But no,
Yeah.
I got the Luis Valdez, and this is what's interesting about what they do. Their coffee's named after the places where they get their coffee, like the families. And this one was a medium roast, I believe, but it had a like it was like this Clementine is one of the things that's listed, but I would
Oh
say
yeah, we've
maybe
had
like
that before, right?
like like a
Wasn't that-
Clementine
yeah.
in one before, but it's more
Yeah.
I tasted like a citrusy kind of, but it wasn't overwhelming. Like that one time we got a pomegranate coffee and it was like really overwhelming. This one wasn't that overwhelming, but it was Clementine and then hot buttered rum. Now listen, I've never tasted rum before in my life. Never had it, never tasted it, but I have had like buttered rum candy.
Mhm.
And it did have a slight, that's what I guess that was the smoothness that I got out of this coffee, because it was really smooth. It was probably one of the most this was probably the smoothest coffee that I've had in a while, like that real smooth, not like thick, but just real smooth kind of.
Say smooth again. Say smooth again.
But but I feel like that was the hot buttered rum kind of, maybe that was the note that came from that. But it was really good. I dig it a lot. I know you're going to ask me this question. Well, Mick, what about the price? Well, the price depends on where they get their beans from, like which farm and which family. Like some farms, it's more than one family. Another farm, it's just, one thing. So it's pretty cool. They're working with these families in these different places, but the prices depends on the bag. And they've got some starting at 19 and they go all the way up to 23. So it's not a bad price for coffee, especially knowing where it comes from. Like, it's like they're getting it directly from it. So it's a little different,
For like maybe like once a month, once every other month coffee. Yeah. For your specialty coffee, not your everyday.
Right. Not your everyday, but like what you said, your specialty coffee, like, the one you're going to hang on to a little bit. And
Yeah.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
For a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. So Exile Coffee Roasters. Yeah. New Orleans.
That's cool. And Gomez, real quick, was the name of the dad, because their last name's Adams. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's right.
Yeah.
You messed.
I'm not. I'm smart, not so much no smart. So here's my official coffee review.
Right.
That the counterculture was my placeholder for Steven, who couldn't be here.
Right.
Freaking Steven.
God
I'm
rest
just
his
kidding.
soul.
God rest his soul. As he's resting.
Right.
And not dead. Not dead. Not dead, Steven. Dead, not dead, Steven. Not dead. All right. So this is my coffee review. Our friend of the podcast, Mark Sylvester from Quarry Stone Coffee, has a buddy, right?
Yeah.
Named James Sorlin Davis, who owns and runs Focal Point Coffee Roasters in Minnesota.
Okay.
And Mark was kind enough to send me a bag to review. Yeah, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
So here we go. Take this flavor trip with me, Mr. Mick.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I've already bought a ticket.
So this is a medium roast Malawi.
Ooh.
I don't know if I got that right. Malawi Nagpine pea berry. I think that's Indonesian, I think.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'm not saying this correctly, but that's what I got for you. So this is, let me do it again. Malawi Nagpine pea berry. You heard it here. Try to say that 10 times fast. Mawali Nagtime Peabody. Mawali Nagtime Peaberry. I already said it wrong the first freaking time. Anyways, so Focal Point, like the 90s Christian hardcore band, but the coffee roaster version.
I was gonna say that. All right, yeah.
So on their website, they say mill washed and sun dried, RFA certified, sweet and slightly floral aroma, which that already sounds nasty to me, but like it sounds like, yeah. We put some dried flowers in this. Balanced cup with nice fruit tones ranging from orangey citrus to sweet apricot, bright, sweet, and tangy acidity, smooth and mellow medium body, clean and sweet aftertaste. So I don't know. So either the person who writes these is either a genius or or I don't know, or they're into some poetry or something, because I don't know. What do you think of all that?
That's pretty crazy. There was another coffee company that had like descriptions like that.
Yeah.
But the question is, did it taste like that?
Well, I guess it depends how you read it. Like I just read it like a bumbling idiot. But if you're like mill washed and sun dried, RFA certified, sweet and slightly floral aroma, balanced cup with nice fruit tones ranging orangey citrus to sweet apricot, bright, sweet and tangy acidity, smooth and mellow, medium bodied, clean and sweet aftertaste. Buy our coffee for only $18 a bag on our website. That might catch me. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it tasted like that. I don't even know what I just said. So how do I know if it tasted like that? But I do got to say, I do really dig this coffee a ton. It's a perfect medium coffee for me. I waited until the last pot of coffee to review it so I could get the full effect of this coffee. And I would say I would actually buy this for $18 a bag. I might not make it my everyday coffee, but I would buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I taste all those crazy fruits and stuff that they listed on their website, probably because I don't have a professional palate taste or a poetry sense in me, but I can't really put my finger on that taste, but I do dig it. And I had my wife try it to help on this one, and she said she got a slight raspberry taste.
Oh, nice.
To me, I can tell it had a fruity taste, but I can't pin down which ones at all. Sorry. But I will say it's a super smooth and clean coffee. I will agree to that. And I can say that it really makes my mouth happy, and that's all that matters to me. So it's a solid cup of coffee, and I approve it.
Nice.
So on the Oak and Crow coffee scale, I'd say it's just slightly behind Oak and Crow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for people who know us, that's a huge deal.
That is a huge deal.
Focal Point coffee roasters definitely know what they are doing. And I give this a 4.7 out of 5. I dig it.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
I love it. I really do like it. I think the only thing that tripped me up was the floral poetry.
Yeah.
Because I'm a blue collar man myself.
Did you know that they call anyone that is a professional coffee drink or coffee taster a Q grader? And what they do is not called tasting; it's called cupping.
Sure, I didn't know that.
Cupping. So,
why would it be called tasting? That'd be too easy.
Right.
Do they also swirl it and swish it?
Yeah.
And shoot it out their nose and shit like that?
Yep. Smell it.
Oh, yes. Smell it is what I meant. So I don't know if people have tuned out by now because we're insane.
Yes.
But for some reason, the absence of Steven on all of this seems crazy for some reason. We used to do this by ourselves for like 2.5 seasons.
Right.
Or 2 seasons. I don't know anymore.
The sanity's gone. That's what's happened.
Yeah. He just left us to our own demise.
Right.
We're just deteriorating in the sun, and the wind is blowing our floral palette to the northeastern seaboard.
Eastern seaboard.
What? What are words?
What is happening?
Coffee. Hey, thanks for still listening to us. I wouldn't be. Take us to the next segment.
Boom.
Hey everybody, this is Mark from Knelt Before. This song is called All the Kids. It's off our new album Be Nice, which came out October 18th through Earache Distribution. It's available on 30 outlets worldwide, Amazon, Spotify, Deezer, blah, 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 blah. Please check it out. We worked really hard on it, and we are super excited to share it with you. The song All the Kids is a letter to my son Atlas and a retrospective letter to myself, just saying, hey, you got to be yourself, be you, be nice. Don't sacrifice your integrity for popularity. It sucks when you try to make your own way in the world, not following others' paths and kind of milling out your own. But in the end, it's worth it. You got to do you. We hope you enjoy the song.
You've got your way, and there's no one to judge you, only you ever say. Now you live your life, just gotta do right. Keep this in mind, what if it is tonight? For the kids in the room who have no brain, who would rather be allowed than try to pretend that there's something they're not. My heart don't sound, you're the reason I scream and what the action's about. For the kids in the room who have no brain, who would rather be allowed than try to pretend that there's something they're not. Tongue out my nose and the tongue of my eyes. I don't need a feeling I never have. I'll conform to you. I don't need friends up here. For the kids in the room who have no brain, who would rather be allowed than try to pretend that there's something they're not. My heart don't sound. You're the reason I scream and what the action's about. For the kids in the room who have no brain, who would rather be allowed than try to pretend that there's something they're not. My heart don't sound. You're the reason I scream and what the act is about. For all the losers, for all the loners, this one's for you. For all the losers, for all the loners, I'm just like you. For all the losers, for all the loners, this one's for you. For all the losers, for all the loners, I'm just like you. For all the losers, for all the loners, this one's for you. For all the losers, for all the loners, I'm just like you.
Hey, this is Wiley from the Coffee and Hardcore podcast. And I just have to say, the Knelt Before Be Nice 11-track record is on fire. I absolutely love it. And it's mixed and mastered by Joel Odie of Brothers and Comeback Kid, and most recently, Worst Self. I think this record is excellent. It's got a mix of hardcore. It's got a mix of heavy pop punk. It's got great guitar tones. It's got awesome harmonies and solos. This is a must pick up record. You can get it on gold cassette tape. I think you should all do it. Your ears will thank you. All right, take care. Cool. Hardcore. What's up, Nick?
Not much, man. I'm ready to get into these albums. It's gonna be pretty sweet, right?
Yes. Let's do it. So,
all right.
As you know, Steven is not with us.
No.
During these times.
No, he got to do the interview, but he didn't get to do this stuff. So,
yeah. And you all heard in the intro, we explained it in thorough detail, numbers and pie charts and graphs. So I'm going to do Steven's pick for him. Well, he picked it.
Right.
But I'm just doing it for him. I'm doing it. So Steven's pick, and we have to say that Joe of Advent recommended this one,
Yeah.
and Steven went with it, which I'm glad he did, is the band Brass Tongue. The EP is titled, or demo EP, I don't know. Demo. It's titled Dangerous World Demo. 4 tracks released this year, July 2022. I would say these 4 tracks, I think they slap pretty hard. And the reason I know that is because I was listening to it today and I was stripping screens and recoding, and I did not even have, for like 3 hours, I didn't even have a second to switch anything because I was busting ass.
Yeah.
And so I think I listened to these 4 songs over and over for about 3 hours today.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. No, they were good. They're good songs. But the guitar riff, they riff for days.
Oh, yeah.
I really dig it. What a great recommendation Joe had, for sure. And like I said before, I'm really glad Steven picked this because he had a different one in mind, but then he went with this one.
Yeah.
So Steven, I'm glad you picked it. God rest your soul.
He didn't die.
No. I mean, I hope your soul gets some rest.
Oh, okay.
So you can be here next month. That's what I mean.
That's what you mean. All right.
Yeah. Too much pressure is my jam because I love the guitars in the intro and then how it kicks in together. It goes into that head bobbing part. But I know Steven picked Sunflower Garden, and that's the song he wants to drop. So why don't we just drop that now for Steven? God rest his sleeping soul.
Here we go.
He's not dead.
Strike the match, set it off, burn down
Boom.
Boom.
There it was.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like that is like one of the most pissed off 4 songs I think I've heard in a long time.
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
Help me work faster.
Yeah. Like you said, the riffs are for days. It's just one riff right after the next riff. Really killer bass tone. It just thunders, and the vocals are just mean. Like,
yeah,
agree. Like he's gonna punch somebody. He's just really pissed off. So yeah, I dug this. I was glad he picked this. I was not expecting Brass Tongue to sound like this at all.
Great band name, by the way, too.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be more like maybe metalcore, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, but
really, why? Because the name?
Because yeah,
I like the name though.
No, I like the name too, but I don't know. But I'm really glad he picked it because I dug it quite a bit. I'm glad Joe recommended it.
It reminds me of the story of the man who could touch anything and turn it into gold. And he touches his tongue and turns it into gold.
Yeah.
No, too soon.
No. I
don't know. Never mind. Or like they built a statue of a man's tongue. Can you tell I haven't slept?
I can tell you haven't slept for a while, dude. But
no,
I remember,
I've been sleeping. I'm just so busy. Sorry.
I remember the fairy tale. It's like, what was his name? It's the gold guy.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. There, that's close enough. This is brass tongue.
This is brass tongue. What was that band name from back in the day? Gold something. Was it?
There was a band called Goldfinger. Was it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Kind of?
Goldfinger. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Do you want me to do mine now?
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I brought. I brought Mindforce, their new album.
You brought it.
I brought it. It came out 9/10, 10 songs off of Triple B Records. It's 17 minutes and 26 seconds of pure mind-forced brutality. Like the guitar tone once again on this album, it's like it just increased and got better from Excalibur. The snare snap is right there. The snare snap. So you got the guitar tone, the snare snap. You pair that with that grinding bass that I love from this band. I want to know what this guy uses for a rig because it's just.
Oh, come on! We already went through this with Be Well. Remember?
I know, but I
even reached out. We found out and we got it for you.
I know, but I like this guy's stuff too.
Oh no, you're gonna be one of those guys that has all the different sounding rigs.
I won't do that. I'm just appreciating his tone.
Speaking of snare slaps, and I might get in trouble for saying this.
Yeah,
but I'm a little too tired, a little overworked to care. But you've been working on the new Redline songs.
Yes.
What do you think of Matt's snare?
I like it. I like it a lot.
I love it. I actually wanted to reach out to him and ask him how he got that snare tone.
Yeah. I really like playing along with what he puts down.
Yes.
If that makes sense. And I love the I don't know, there's so many ways I get myself in trouble because there's so many ways that you can actually play along, because bass players like to play along with the rhythm section, like to play along with the drums, like to add to that.
Yeah, of course,
of
course.
I get myself in trouble because I listen to it and then I play it and then I'm like, well, wait, I could do this. He just adds that ability to do whatever you want. It's really cool. I dig it quite a bit.
I'm super impressed with this snare tone.
Yeah.
I hope he keeps that for all the rest of them.
Yes, totally.
Marco doesn't listen to podcasts anyways.
Yeah, he's too busy. He's too busy. He won't know about it.
It don't matter. Anyways, back to Mindforce.
Yeah, back to Mindforce. I did not think that they would ever top Excalibur, that album, but I think they did. And honestly, the song Goliath and the Rust, other than that being a really awesome song name, that is a killer song. So that's what we're going to drop right now.
Let's do it.
Take out the fraction, take out the roll. Watching you laugh with confidence. How? I know I can lie. I'm asking all the masses to lose now. I will come back with my rap, swearing and rise. Coming again. I know I can lie. I'm asking all the masses to lose now. I must be worth of this out. Never feel my rap. I will come back.
what did you think of this album?
Well, first of all, I think that song is explosive. It's so good. But all I have to say about this album, seriously, is wow. Because I mean, there's so much music that comes out, and I remember we posted about, but I guess it was just a single off of this. Yeah, and I just don't. Sometimes my brain, like, it's good that bands drop singles, but for some reason I thought this album had come out already. So when I saw you post about it, I was like, oh yeah, I already know about that. And then you're like, yeah, this album kicks, and I'm like, oh, it's an album. So I like went and looked. I'm like, this is 10 songs. So it was like Christmas basically in September. But yeah, it's a wow record. Like,
yes,
I know you and we love Mindforce a ton, but this is next level.
Yeah.
Rotten is my favorite track.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
I love how it starts and when it kicks into the groove, but all these songs have that groove. It's weird because I do like this record, but I felt like this record fell into a pocket a lot. Like it went into that groove pocket, but then like I was kind of like, okay, that kind of happened on the last song, but then the guitar like riffs and does all these crazy things, and then I'm like, okay, this is super interesting. Like, but then I got used to the groove after like the first time I listened to it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like at first I was like, these parts kind of sound similar, but then they kicked into like weird different parts. And so it ended up not being that way.
Right.
And then the more I actually listened to this record, I think I listened to it 3 times altogether, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And when that groove was coming, I noticed I was working and bobbing my head, and I was like, okay, this did its job. I dig the record. It's 10 tracks. It clocks in under 18 minutes, like you said.
Right.
It goes by really fast, but it has a lot going on guitar wise, and it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I really feel like, I don't know. I feel like these guys could be really big, like that sound and that tone, like with everything else that's going on right now. They kind of are, but I guess in my mind, I could see them being on that Turnstile level.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like with the way their guitar tone and
their artwork is great too.
Yeah, their artwork. His voice isn't that harsh, so you almost could get away with maybe crossing over a little bit. I don't know. They deserve their due.
Well, let's be honest. You and we like everything Mindforce has put out. So I almost said Minecraft.
That'd be what my sons are into.
But I think this is a must get on vinyl kind of record.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I approve, whatever that means to you. Could mean nothing. I don't know.
So I'm curious about this album that you brought to the table, because
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were curious, and I think it's probably. Sorry, my coffee's done. I'm gonna be working late tonight, probably till like 1 a.m. But I knew you would be, because this isn't. Well, okay, let's just get into it, right?
All right, yeah.
So this band is Jack and the Slammers. It reminds me of like back when, this might have been a little bit past your time, but back when I was middle school, the Pogs thing.
Oh yes, Pogs.
Remember the Slammers?
Pogs. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were probably in high school when they came out, so you weren't really playing with them.
No, I just remember them.
I was still in middle school, so I was definitely playing with them. Hi, Lindsay. I heard your wife.
Yeah, I think she remembers the Pogs as well.
Yeah, come on, tell me about some Pogs. No?
No, she ran back in the other room. She's in the other room now. Yeah.
So this album is titled Demo.
Okay.
What a name. 5 tracks, released August of this year, 2022. Yo, so let me break this down for you, Mr. Mick.
All right.
I absolutely love how sloppy, it's like a sloppy hardcore punk and doesn't apologize at all record. I super dig this band. The bass tone sounds like it's on overdrive and it popped the speaker and it's like overpowering the cab and it's like fuzzing out. The drums fall behind the songs at times and I don't care.
Right.
It sort of adds to that aesthetic of the band. Like I believe this band. Like some bands when they play, I don't believe they're into it. I believe this band lives for this music.
Yes.
Like I think these dudes all live in the same house. I'm a huge fan of the vocals and the guitar tone.
Yeah.
like I said, it sounds like they probably all live in a punk rock house together and make music when everyone is home working, when they're home, like not working at the vegan bagel deli.
Right.
Because I lived in a house just like that in early 2000s in Long Island, New York. And we had a house band just like this band, and they were called The Laser. And they would always play in thongs. And one guy had like a Jedi braid, and they gave themselves like homemade stick and poke tattoos. And they were like the goofiest dudes, and they just did not care about anything. But they loved their music, and they played their music like this. And I love it. It brings me back to those times, and those were great times. My jam is What's Killing You.
Oh,
I like that the bass and the drums are driving, and the vocals go with the drum hits on this. So let's play this ear candy right now. Dude, come on. So good. You don't like it, but I do.
No. Listen. First off, is this a 3D cover? Like
a
is
3D cover?
Yeah, like if I put on old school 3D glasses, is it gonna pop out at me? Because that's what it looks like, for one.
Yeah.
The cover scares me, for one.
Why does it scare you?
It just because there's some dude in a mask outside a window with some chick in the other room. This album sounds like a home invasion. That's the only way I know how to describe it.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. I really dig the song Xerox.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on at all. Like it goes and then there's weird noises and it just.
But back to your it'd have to have blue in it to be 3D, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that blue or is that black? It's red and black. I think
it's red. Oh well, on my phone it looks red and like almost like a purple.
Okay,
kind of like a deep purple. But yeah,
deep
I
purple.
agree. The punching bass, it sounds like it's overloading the speakers.
So good.
The drums, like there's no frills to the drums at all.
Well, they fall behind.
I don't care. Like it's like it fits. Like
no, dude, it's like they lived in a punk rock house. They're all sitting on the couch together. And the guy's like, I play guitar.
Right.
I sort of play bass. I can sing.
Yeah, let's do this.
Hey, do you know how to play drums? Not really. Perfect. Let's do this. And it works. It's so good. It's so good. I love it.
If a guitar tone could physically have crust on it, this guitar tone has that. Like if you can see tone, it would be crusty. And then I don't know, like I have no idea what the vocalist is doing. I have no idea what his inspiration was to put this on an album, but it works. I don't know how to explain it. It freaked me out when you said we're going to review Jack and the Slammers, and I was like, what the heck? And then I saw the cover and I'm a little nervous, and then I listened to it and I was like, this is perfect. Like I don't,
it's good.
You can't, you just have to go find this album and listen to it, because we're not even doing it justice right now.
No,
it really is.
It sounds like we're making fun of it, but I'm really not.
No, it's good. Like I legit I know how like we talked. I think the last episode there was a band from Florida, and I didn't really like the vocals, how it had all the reverb on it. But on this album, like it's not. I don't really know.
No,
Like,
because
if
they most definitely recorded in the basement.
right. Like, did they lock him in the cellar? And like,
Yeah,
let
that's
him
legit.
record?
That's legit.
I love it. It fits so well. Yeah. It's a good. How many? It's like it's only like 4 songs, right?
It's 5 tracks. Yeah.
5 tracks, but they're not very long. So
No. It's not long at all.
yeah, it's a good record. I dig
I
it
think
quite a
it's
bit.
like 7-8 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. No,
But
yeah,
I like it. I really like it.
Go check out Jack and the Slammers.
So if you don't like it, shut up.
Yes, shut up.
Take us out of here.
Hold on to your butts.
So here we are at the end of the show. It's been fun. We've had a cool guest. We've talked coffee. We've talked hardcore. And now our time is done.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Back to work.
Back to work we go. Hey, if you could do us a favor, please.
Solid.
Do us a solid. Please share this with your friends and help us get this out here. Like us on Instagram. That's where we do a lot of traction on Instagram, I feel like. So
Yeah,
that's the place to be.
we're not much of a Facebook
No.
people.
No.
Like honestly,
Facebook has become for boomers.
Well, whatever. But
I'm almost a boomer. What are you talking about? No.
We don't mind Facebook. We just don't interact as much on it.
No. Instagram.
It doesn't get as much traction because we don't push it as much and we don't care to. But here's the thing about that. Really, the only page that I really put any time and effort into is the Coffee and Hardcore Instagram page.
Right.
Like if you want a response from me, you might not. There's like things on my personal one that I'm like, oh man, someone sent this to me a month ago. I didn't even see it. But if you send me something on the Coffee and Hardcore Instagram page, I will see it the next day or even that day. But if you send it to my personal Instagram, I might not get back to you, and don't get mad because I don't check it often.
No, but you're busy on the Coffee and Hardcore one. I see, because I get to see it. It pops up on my phone all the time, and people.
I'm very busy. I'm talking to people who hit us up. I'm booking guests, scheduling, promoting.
Yeah,
trying to find new music.
It all happens on the Insta because Insta is where the cool cats are.
Yes.
But no, help us out like that, share that, and help us out on Spotify and Apple and wherever else you listen to your podcast.
Yeah. If you're too cool for Spotify and Apple, listen to us on AM radio.
Or something else. Yeah.
Yeah. We're on AM radio, right?
That'd be sweet if we were.
Oh, we're not?
No, we're not on AM radio.
You can't get us on AM radio? What good are you to me?
I don't.
Oh, wait, you only do the hardest work of the podcast, all the editing. But you can't get us on AM radio.
I can't get you on it. So, yeah, there it is.
That's not it, though.
No, it's not. What else?
Hopefully we got a guest. He isn't responding now, but but I think he joined up on a tour that he wasn't anticipating.
Oh.
But we're supposed to have Uncle Paulie from Sheer Terror on.
Yes, we are.
But he's not getting back to us about he said he really wanted to do it, right? I just fell into Uncle Paulie voice here. He said he really wanted to do it, and then he's not really reading his Instagram right now because I think they picked up a tour and they're kind of a tour now, but I'm kind of doing like a New York meets like Chicago accent.
You are.
That makes like a baker's dozen. Their heart attacks there, Bab. Anyways, hopefully we can get him. If not, I'm going to be scrambling to find a guest last minute.
Nah, it'll work.
Yeah, that's what everyone says when they don't have to do the work.
Right, exactly.
I don't know if I can edit this in time. Don't worry, Mick. It'll work out.
It'll work.
You'll figure it out. Anyways.
So yeah, either them or someone else that's really cool.
Yeah, I know who I have in mind, so we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see. We'll
Nice.
see. We'll see. And then again, we got coffee reviews. We got freaking Steven back, so everyone will want to join in because it'll be coherent again.
Right.
Other than that, go like Mick on Instagram and follow him on Facebook. Coffee. Bye.
Hey,
What?
hold on.
Oh,
hold on.
oh.
We should just one more time, because even though I think the pre-orders will be done by the time this comes out.
Yes, they'll be done.
People can still get like at least the digital stuff and the coffee.
Yes. So after the pre-order is done, you'll still be able to buy a limited amount of CDs.
Yeah.
You'll still be able to buy a limited amount of t-shirts. We're printing some extra. I think 20 of each design extra.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to buy the coffee. Yeah.
So
but that'll be through Oak and Crow. Up the Pups too. Another thing, if you live in the Chicago area, 2 Minute Miner will be playing our last Chicago show at Liars Club, November 12th.
With some pretty cool bands too.
Some really good bands. We got Through and Through up on there. Citizen. And other bands I don't care about. Just kidding, bands. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Awesome. So there you go.
Yeah, let's get out of here because I feel freaking slap happy.
Right.
Coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore, boom it on. Coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore. Do it right. We got the double, we got the juice, we got the joke, we got reviews, we got the gold book, you out the border. If you like the back, you better support them. Coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore, boom it on. Coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore, coffee and hardcore. Come on, try to learn.
Hey, Mick Cox.
Yes.
Is this really you?
It's really me. I'm still here.
Do you think this is a bad episode?
I don't know. I hope it wasn't.
Do you think people won't like it?
I don't know.
Do you think we're bad at what we do?
I just want Steven to come back.
Shame on us. Rest in pieces, Steven. Reese's Pieces. Phone home. Phone home. Happy Halloween!